How do you find a good USB source? Are there really such things? This question comes from Jay in Rockford, Illinois. Whenever I hear that, I think of Jim Rockford from the Rockford Files. Wasn't that James Garner? I think so. I'm not much on trivia. Anyway, Jay writes, I use Rune, and finding an endpoint to feed a stellar GCD, that's our gain cell DAC, that sounds good, is apparently a problem. I've tried 4 things in order of quality, lowest first: Windows PC, a Mac Mini, a Raspberry Pi with upgraded power supply, an old Dell laptop running Ubuntu, which is a form of Linux. I have the Dell in the system at the moment because it beats the others hands down, but given the experience, I have to believe there might be a better option. All the others were in the unacceptable category. So what gives? You know, Jay, I'm probably not going to be able to just snap my fingers and tell you what to do. I mean, there are products that you can turn to. Sonore, if that's how you, S-O-N-O-R-E, which is a company that manufactures low-cost, very good sounding USB sources that you can run Rune and any number of things on. And there are servers, the Bryston BDP, the upcoming PS Audio server. But this really delves deeper into an issue that I don't think is addressed very much. And that is the divide between people who haven't really experienced the difference in sound that hardware makes versus the people who have. And the problem that we have is that the two groups are so diametrically opposed and head-banging strong about this thing. One group says, hey, bits are bits, digital's digital. It doesn't matter if it comes out of a Dell computer or a Mac Mini, right? Now, you know people like this. Maybe you're like that. It doesn't matter, right? Well, it does matter. It matters a great deal, and for a number of reasons. Let me just briefly touch upon a few. Computers are extremely noisy environments, and I don't mean the fans inside. What I mean is the digital hash. If you or your father or somebody around has an AM radio handy, do yourself a favor, especially you doubting Thomases, and I'll give you two experiments you can run. One, if you get an AM radio, tune it off of the station. Find a place, where you just get that psh, just the hash, and take that AM radio and hold it near a computer. I don't mean stick it inside. I mean hold it near the thing. It's going to light up that thing. It'll make all kinds of terrible noises. And that's because digital environments are incredibly noisy. And that noise doesn't just stay inside of the computer. When you hook a hardline cable like USB up to your computer, all that noise, power supplies, ground noise, radiated EMI, all of that gets transferred right down that to your nice, quiet, sensitive DAC. Whether it's a GCD or direct stream, whatever it is, it's going to be transferred over. And that noise will upset things within the DAC. Jitter is a big problem. I'm not going to, I get such angry responses when we talk about jitter, because you've got one group of people who go, well, jitter doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into that right now. But trust me when I tell you that the noise alone is enough to make a huge amount of difference in terms of performance on the DAC. That said, there's more. I was going to give you a second one. If you go down to your local Home Depot, you can buy a little wand tester. It's a little receiver that you hold up near to an AC outlet. You've probably seen these things to see if it's live. And you hear, it's got a little microphone or a speaker and a microphone on it, and you can hear the noise coming from an AC line. Get one of those, they're like $15. Hold it near a computer. then come back and tell me there's no noise, and that doesn't get into. You can follow it right down the USB cable, and it makes quite the difference. So there's that. There's also the way that those devices treat the music. Apple, for instance, I'm an Apple guy, but they are the worst. Apple takes the audio and runs it through all kinds of crap you don't want. Up samplers, down samplers. It's what they call their core audio engine. And programs like BitPerfect are there and exist to get rid of that, to bypass that so it'll sound good. Windows isn't much better. They also have their core audio engine that runs all the stuff through because they think it makes it better, and it doesn't. So this is a big problem. First place I would turn to, go to Jesus's company, Sonore, S-O-N-O-R-E, and look at his stuff. You'll find that there you can find a good source that'll be able to feed with USB. All right.